The shuttle's struts buckled against the gravel pad with a metallic screech. Envoy Syleth killed the engines. Alarms blared from the console. Her daughter Kiri whimpered in the passenger bay behind her. Syleth unsealed the hatch. Cool wind whipped her scales. She stepped out unarmed, 4 arms raised high, palms open in universal non-threat. Human responders froze 50 meters away. Rifles snapped up. Storm shelter lights glared on their armored vests. Syleth projected her voice through the translator implant. I didn't come to conquer. I came because my daughter asked for you. The humans exchanged glances. A stocky one barked orders into a radio. Boots crunched gravel as they advanced. Kiri's voice crackled over Syleth's comm. Mama, the kind one, the one who shared food. Syleth's primary hearts raced. Her shuttle's hull breach had vented atmosphere during the approach. Crew vitals flickered red on her wrist display. 2 injured. Kiri stable, but fading. Hold fire, a new voice cut through. A human woman strode forward from the shelter's side door. She planted herself between the rifles and Syleth, hands empty except for a red kit slung over her shoulder. Stand down, Chief. They're hurt. The stocky leader, Chief Harlan Osei, per the patch on his chest, lowered his rifle a fraction. Mara, get back. We don't know. Their first contact, Harlan. Not invaders. Mara Vance kept walking, open hands forward. Her eyes locked on Syleth's. Calm. Steady. Syleth tensed. This Mara matched Kiri's description. Short, dark hair, steady gait. The one who had found their escape pod days ago in the debris field. Shared ration bars, spoken soft words across the language gap. Mara stopped 10 paces away. She knelt slowly, set the medkit on the ground, and slid it forward. I'm Mara. Your daughter knows me. Let me help. Boots shuffled behind Mara. Harlan gripped his radio. Mara, protocol. Protocol can wait. Mara didn't look back. Syleth's secondary eyes scanned the tree line. Her crew waited in the shuttle. Pilot Vren with a punctured lung. Engineer Talo with crushed limbs. No time for standoffs. Kiri's cry echoed from the hatch. Mama! Her! The nice human. Syleth signaled her crew. Hold position. She lowered 2 arms, pointed at Mara. You, come. Mara nodded once, picked up the kit, walked forward. Harlan's team flanked them at a distance. Rifles tracked every step. Syleth led Mara inside the shuttle ramp. The air stank of scorched insulation and blood. Kiri scrambled from her restraint harness, purple scales flushed with fever. She pointed a tiny claw at Mara. Thank you. The words mangled through Kiri's child translator, but clear enough. Mara smiled, crouched to Kiri's level. Hey, kiddo, remembered that one, huh? Kiri beamed. Grabbed Mara's offered hand. Syleth watched. Humans moved fast in crises. Her people prepared for cycles. But this one acted without orders. Vitals? Mara asked, scanning Kiri with a handheld device from her kit. Syleth projected the shuttle's logs. Hollow display flickered. Radiation exposure from the pod crash. Dehydration. Mara nodded. Pulled an injector. This'll stabilize her. Human meds work on your biology? Tested. On escape. Syleth's mandibles clicked approval. Mara administered it. Kiri sighed, eyes drooping in relief. Shuttle shook. Wren's cough rattled from the cockpit. Mara stood. Crew? Syleth led her aft. Pilot Vren slumped over controls, gill flaps fluttering weakly. Tala lay pinned under a collapsed bulkhead, green blood pooling. Harlan appeared at the ramp. Situation? Mara glanced back. Injuries critical. Need your team for extraction. He eyed Syleth. Envoy. Your people armed? Syleth opened all 4 palms again. No weapons. Trust exchange. Harlan paused. Radioed his team. Secure the perimeter. Medics in. Humans swarmed efficiently. 2 hauled Tala free with hydraulic lifters. Another jury rigged an oxygen mask for Vren. Syleth hovered. Her discipline screamed caution. First contact protocols demanded quarantine, scans, fleets on standby. Her ship orbited cloaked, ready to retrieve or retaliate. But Kiri clung to Mara's leg, watched the humans work. Mara knelt by Tala. Injected nanites. These seal wounds fast. Your engineer stable in 10. Tala's eyes focused. She rasped through translator. Human, tech crude. Effective. Mara chuckled. We improvise. Sileth's claws flexed. Vren stabilized next. Harlan's team loaded them onto hover stretcher. Efficient. No panic. Kiri tugged Sileth's lower arm. See, Mama, they help. Sileth knelt. Stroked her crest. Child's fever broke. Bond formed in hours, not cycles. Harlan approached. Shelters got bays prepped, quarantine optional if you agree to scans. Sileth waited. Her crew breathed easier. Mara packed her kit. Hands steady. Agreed. Sileth stood. Lead. They moved as a unit. Humans flanked the stretcher. Kiri rode Mara's shoulders, giggling at the height. Inside the storm shelter, white walls hummed with generators. Med bays glowed sterile blue. Chief Harlan directed traffic. Mara, take the child. I'll coordinate with their envoy. Mara nodded, carried Kiri to a side room. Sileth followed. Door hissed shut. Mara set Kiri on a bed. Ran full diagnostics. Sileth loomed in the corner, watched every motion. Why help? No gain. Mara attached monitors. Emergencies don't care about species. Kid needed food then. Needs rest now. Kiri yawned. Story? Human story? Mara grinned. Pulled a tablet. One about brave explorers, like you. Words flowed. Images danced. Kiri's eyes widened. Sileth's hearts synced slower. This human treated crises as routine. No demands for allegiance. No probes for weaknesses. Her comm buzzed. Orbital ship? Envoy status? Extract? Old. Sileth silenced it. Harlan entered. Crew stable. Your shuttle's patched enough to fly. But storm inbound. Safer here. Sileth glanced at Kiri, asleep against Mara. Trust. It bloomed in actions. Shared care. Stay, Sileth decided. Exchange knowledge. Full contact. Harlan smiled faintly. Welcome to Earth protocols. Coffee first? Mara looked up. He means it. Builds trust. Kiri murmured in sleep. Family now. Sileth's scales warmed. Her people valued fleets. Humans valued hands. Outside, thunder rolled. But inside, barriers cracked. Harlan's radio crackled. Chief, orbital contact. They're hailing. Sileth straightened. Burst true contact. Born from a child's plea. Mara met her gaze. Ready? Sileth nodded. Forearms relaxed. With you. The shelter doors sealed against the storm. Bonds held stronger. Mara unrolled blue painter's tape across the gym floor. She stretched it taut between metal posts. Her hands steady despite the chaos. Sileth gripped her forearms tight. Her shuttle crew. 6 technicians. Kiri clutched in her mid-limbs. Huddled against the padded wall. Sparks from their crash-landed craft still smoked outside. Humans swarmed the field, but this one female moved alone. No weapons. No demands. Stay here, Mara said in her guttural tongue. She pointed at the tape line. Sharp gesture. Clear boundary. Sileth's scales prickled. Quarantine. Her people knew isolation protocols from void plagues. But this human improvised with cheap plastic sheeting, stapled to hoops overhead, a tent within a gym. Air hissed from jury-rigged fans. No scans yet. No restraints. Kiri whimpered. Mama hurts. Sileth knelt. Her eldest clutchmate, barely past first molt. Crash injuries wept green ichor from a gash. But worse, Technician Vren clutched his upper left arm, burned raw from console feedback. Flesh bubbled black. Mara crouched at the line. She held up both palms, open, empty, then mimed spraying liquid, pointed at Vren's arm. Sileth blocked her path. No touch. Her Vox unit buzzed static. Human speech mangled into theirs. Mara didn't flinch. She dashed to a cooler, yanked chilled saline bags, ripped one open. Poured over her own hand first. Cool streams dripped. She held it out. Vren hissed pain. Crew murmured fear scents acrid in the air. Sileth watched. Human skin unmarked. Saline safe. She nodded once. Stepped aside. Mara crossed the line. Knelt by Vren. Cooled saline splashed the burn. Vren jerked. Mara gripped his wrist. Gentle pressure. Steady hand signals. Palm down. Breathe. She wrapped sterile gauze next, layer by layer. Tight but not crushing. Vren's pain hiss softened. Sileth's dual hearts thudded sync. This human treated burns as routine. No barter for access. No glory scans. Just action. Vren flexed claws. Heels clean, no sting. Crew edges softened. They pressed closer. Mara stood, pointed at Vren. Thumbs up, then swept arm wide. More hurt? Syleth scanned her team. Kiri's gash stable, others bruised. But Vren's arm, saved from rot. She met Mara's eyes. Blue, unflinching. Next. Scans. Human machines beeped beyond the plastic. Chief Harlan Osai loomed outside, radio in hand. Mara, chem levels, we need baselines. Mara nodded. Held up a fingerpad scanner. Blood chem reader. Pointed at herself first. Pricked thumb. Red droplets smeared the pad. Results flashed green on her tablet. Syleth waited. Her people excelled at stellar navs, fleet syncs, but bioscans. Vulnerable, one leak, and humans mapped their chem vitals. Kiri tugged her limb. Mama, she helped Fren. Like you fix my toys, Syleth exhaled vents. Trust test. She extended her lower arm. Pricked the pad herself, green gold droplet. Tablet beeped. Display showed analogs. Hearts stable, Iker clean. Mara's eyes widened fraction, then thumbs up. She moved to crew, one by one. No grabs, waited for nods. Syleth monitored every beep. Humans competent at triage, her fleet would analyze later. For now, survival. Panic spiked next. Technician Lyra clutched vents. Hyperventilating. Crash trauma. Scales flushed violet. Air. Poison. Trapped. Crew backed away. Fear scent thickened. Kiri darted forward, copied Mara's earlier drill. Inhale 4 counts. Chest rise. Hold. Exhale slow vents. Puff. Like this, Lyra. Human way. Breathe with me, Lyra gasped, followed. Kiri's small claws tapped rhythm on her arm. 4 in. Hold. 6 out. Mara watched from the line. Nodded approval. No interference. Syleth's scales warmed. Child bridged gaps. Kiri bonded fast. Human curiosity mirrored her own. Lyra stabilized. Crew exhaled collective relief. Mara grabbed a whiteboard. Scribbled fast pictograms. Stick figures. Arrows. Yes. No icons. Ship. Hurt. Food. Sleep. She thrusted at Syleth. Tapped yes and no hard. Urgent eyes. Now. Fast. Syleth traced fingers overboard, pointed. Crew hurt? Yes. 3 claws up. Food? Yes. Sleep? Yes. Fight? No. Mara nodded, jotted notes. Radioed Harlan, 3 more for med, priority low. Feed 'em first. Copy. Copy. Containment holding. Stormfront in 30. Syleth authorized more. Scans cleared, trust layered like gauze. Kiri yawned, leaned on Mara's leg, human strong, like Mama. Mara knelt, offered a ration bar, cracked it open, bit first. Safe. Kiri nibbled, grinned 4-toothed. Syleth loomed in corner, watched every motion. Human treated crises routine. No species barrier. Emergencies didn't discriminate. Her comm buzzed. Orbital ship. Envoy. Status. Extract imminent. Hold. Syleth silenced it. Harlan entered gym. Kept distance. Crew stable. Shuttle patched. Flies soon. But storm inbound. Safer here. Dozing against Mara. Trust bloomed in actions. Shared care. Stay. Syleth decided. Exchanged knowledge. Full contact. Harlan smiled faint. Welcome to Earth protocols. Coffee first? Mara looked up. He means it. Builds trust. Kiri murmured asleep. Family now. Syleth scales warmed. Her people valued fleets. Humans valued hands. Outside, thunder rolled. Inside, barriers cracked. Harlan's radio crackled. Chief, orbital contact. They're hailing. Syleth straightened, burst through contact. Born from child's plea. Mara met her gaze. Ready? Forearms relaxed. With you. Shelter doors sealed against storm. Bonds held stronger. But alarms blared. Vren's burn wrap smoked faint. Infection trace? Mara spun. Grabbed fresh saline. Crossed line without ask. Syleth didn't stop her. Watched. Learned. Crew parted. Human hands worked again. Kiri stirred. She saves us, Mama, all of us. Silith nodded. Compassion spoke louder than words. Trust sealed faster than any pact. Orbital hail intensified. Harlan waved her to console. Silith followed. Mara stayed with crew, hands busy. One human bridged worlds. Her crew breathed easier. What secrets did this species hide in routine kindness? Bren flexed arm. Full motion. Human magic. No, Silith said. Competence. Ours now too. Lysera synced vents with Kiri's drill. Steady. Mara taped new line. Supply zone. Efficient. Silas' heart synced slow. Fear faded. Shared language. Action. Harlan patched her to orbital. Envoy Silith. Speak. Real. Fleet hold. Ground safe. Humans aid. Pause. Then. Confirm. Scans. Clean. Trust earned. Kiri hugged Mara's knee. Story time? Mara grinned. Pulled tablet. Images danced. Silith watched. Barriers gone. Storm raged. Inside, family formed. A shuttle hull groaned outside. Patch failing? Harlan cursed. Mara, reinforce! She bolted. Crew followed. Instinct. Silith joined. 4 arms lifted panels. Humans handed tools. Collaboration hummed. Humans humble in skill. Her people precise in sync. Together, unbreakable. Lightning cracked. Hail pelted. Silith slammed the final panel into place. Lightning cracked. Hail pelted the shuttle's hull. 4 arms, hers and Vren's, locked it tight. Mara twisted the final bolt with human pliers. Harlan handed sealant foam from below. Secure! Mara shouted over the roar. Crew exhaled. Kiri clapped from the doorway. Silith's secondary hearts raced. Humans moved like this in storms? Routine for them, extraordinary for her people. Harlan wiped rain from his brow. Hull holds another hour. Mara, supplies check. Mara nodded. Turned to Silith. Food? Your crew needs fuel. Silith hesitated. Trust formed in bandages and bolts, but rations? Proof of peace demanded more. She knelt by the shuttle case. Popped the seal. Stacks of dense ration blocks gleamed, compressed nutrient gels, safe for all known biologies. Peace, Silith said. Held 1 block forward. Share. Mara's eyes lit. She pulled a thermos from her pack. Unscrewed the lid. Steam rose. Savory broth. Herbs sharp in the damp air. Soup. Warm. Test it. Trade. Simple. Smart. Mara wrapped a foil blanket around the block. Took the ration in exchange. Crew watched. Kiri bounced closer. Silith scanned the thermos with her wrist implant. No toxins. Human tech crude, but clean. She sipped. Warmth spread. Salty. Grounding. Mara bit the ration block. Chewed slow. Safe, Mara said. Grinned. Tastes like protein paste. Good. Kiri tugged Silith's sleeve. Mama, hungry. Then darted inside. Dragged a pouch from the shuttle's child kit. Crayons spilled across the floor. Bright, waxy sticks. Emergency drawing tools for young minds. Kiri, no, Silith started, but the child flattened a scrap of medchart paper. Crayons flew. Blue for the ridge. Red slashes for wreckage. Green dots for crew positions. Yellow squiggle. The power core. Flickering. Mara crouched. What's this? Crash, Kiri said. Pointed. Here, hurt friends there. Storm hides. Silith froze. Child's memory mapped the site perfectly. Orbital scans fogged by clouds. Ground truth, now on paper. Harlan leaned in. Map? Real time? Silith's mandibles clicked. Risk. Share this. Invite humans deeper. But Kiri's eyes pleaded. Crew stranded without it. Truth, she said. Extraction needed. Night run. Mara traced the lines. Crew here? Core unstable? Kiri nodded fierce. Boom if wait. Harlan pulled his comm. Mara, call it in. I supervise. Silas tensed. Human networks vast. But Kiri pushed the drawing forward. Help, Mara. Like you help me. Compassion tugged. Silith nodded once.
Contact. Supervised.
Mara keyed her radio. Chief Osei, Mara Vance. Got a map from the kid. Crash site details. Harlan loomed close. Listened. Silith stood sentinel, eyes on every word. Send cords. Ose's voice crackled. Night extraction viable? Mara glanced at Silith. Permission? Silith dipped her head. Mara beamed the image, blurred just enough for safety. Ose grunted approval. Hazards? Mara grabbed a marker. Xed ravines. Circled debris fields. Flash floods here, core leak possible. My team runs point. Night gear ready. Affirm, Ose said. Ropes, drones, medevac chopper on standby. You lead human side. Mara pocketed the radio. Done. We go at dusk. Full crew out by dawn. Kiri hugged Mara's leg. You save all. Silith knelt, touched her child's crest. Trust accelerated. Human competence bridged unknowns. Her people precise in scans and syncs. Gone. Humans. Thrived in chaos. Vren flexed his bandaged arm. Human tools mend faster than our gels. Lyra synced her breather to Mara's spare oxygen mask. Fit perfect. Crew sampled soup. Strength returned. Harlan distributed more foil blankets. Mara checked pulses. Calm. Steady. Storm eased to drizzle. Dusk. Crept. Mara prepped packs. Ropes. Flares. Harnesses. Silith inventoried alien gear. Light beacons. Stabilizer fields. Team up, Mara said. You know your ship. We know the terrain. Silith nodded. Collaboration hummed. No domination. Balance. Kiri yawned, curled under a blanket with crayons clutched. Story first? Mara chuckled. Pulled her tablet. Quick one, about brave explorers. Images flickered, aliens and humans side by side. Stars ahead. Kiri's eyes drooped content. Silith watched. Child bonded first. Adults followed. Fear dissolved in shared warmth. Harlan checked scopes. Chopper inbound. 5 mics. They moved. Mara strapped Kiri to Silith's back. Secure her. You ride with me. Silith climbed aboard the human craft. Rotors thumped. Lifted smooth into night. Below, crash site glowed faint. Kiri's map exact. Mara shouted over wind. Crew signal beacons flashed. Mara dropped lines. Humans repelled precise. Silith's team synced fields. Stabilized the core. Wren gripped a human rope. Strong weave. Tested. Harlan yelled. Pulled him up. One by one crew ascended. Lyra last, clutching a salvage data core. Mara covered her climb. Core stabilized. No boom. Chopper banked home. Kiri slept sound against Silith. Mara passed water bottles. All clear. Silith met her gaze. You came. For strangers. Mara shrugged. Emergencies don't discriminate. Orbital pinged. A fleet commander. Envoy. Status. Silith keyed open. Crew safe. Humans extract. Trust absolute. Pause then. Approach vectors open. Cultural exchange protocols. Harlan grinned. Welcome party. Silas' heart synced slow. One night, one child's drawing. Worlds linked, but as they landed, sensors blipped. Wreckage anomaly, secondary pod, unmarked. Kiri stirred. More friends? Mara unstrapped. On it, Silith gripped her ration block, now half-eaten. Shared meal sealed more than peace. Lightning flickered distant. New storm, or new bond? They moved as one. Mara tossed the thermos cap, clicked it shut. Silith blinked. Human efficiency again. Next, Mara said, your fleet docs need our antivirals? Silith scanned crew vitals. Stable. But orbital scans hinted at fatigue strains. Human meds worked wonders on Kiri. Possible, she admitted. Harlan waved from the console. Ose confirms. Exchange starts now. Kiri slid off Silith's back, grabbed crayons again. Draw fleet. Paper filled with ships. Humans oohed. Silith permitted. Barriers crumbled. Vren laughed. First time since crash. Child leads contact. Lyra nodded. Wisdom in small. Mara knelt by Kiri. Good map. Saved lives. Kiri beamed. Hugged her. Cross species. Pure. Silith exhaled. Trust faster than fear. Compassion's language universal, but the anomaly blipped stronger. Pod signal weak. Alive? Harlan frowned at screens. Unknown vector. Yours? Silith checked logs. No. Scout drone? Lost? Mara shouldered her pack. We check. Together. Silith rose. Agreed. Night deepened. New mission beckoned. Family expanded. Crew followed. Humans led. Stars waited. Word count 1287. Mara cracked the first glowstick, its green light blooming sharp against the dark. Sylith matched her stride, boots crunching gravel beside the human's steady steps. No weapons on these rescuers, only packs heavy with saws, jacks, and medkits. Sylith signaled her guards. Mirror their signals, fists up for stop, palms out for clear. The team fanned out. 4 humans, 3 Vren warriors. Kiri rode Syleth's shoulder, clutching her crude map. Crayon lines marking the anomaly's ridge. Harlan's truck idled behind, its lights cutting the night. "Stay on comms," he called. "Mara leads." Mara traced Kiri's scribbles with a finger. Pods wedged here, twisted hull. Glow sticks mark the path. She snapped 2 more, handing one to Sylith. Their palms brushed, warm, steady. Sylith took it. Human skin rough from work, not scales softened by ship life. She clipped it to her belt. Lead on, they crested the ridge fast. Wind whipped dust. Sensors pinged. Weak life signs. Vren signatures. Her lost scout pod. Sylith's crest flared. Crew inside. Trapped. Mara dropped to a knee, scanning with a handheld beam. Hull breach. Atmosphere mixing bad. We cut in. Conflict hit quick. A guard hissed. "Humans first?" "Risky." Silas silenced him with a glare. Mara didn't flinch, didn't boast. Just unslung her portable saw, its whine building as she tested the edge. "Trust her," Kiri whispered, tugging Syleth's ear frill. "She fixed me." Syleth nodded. Mara acted like this was routine. Crash sites, twisted metal, human, normal. Extraordinary. The saw bit metal. Sparks flew. Mara carved a precise line through the shuttle plating, her arms steady, sweat beading but grip iron. Friend guards shifted, claws twitching. Sylith held position beside her. Hold formation, plate bent. Mara wedged a pry bar. On 3, heave. They pulled as one. Hull groaned open. Stale air rushed out, thick with Vren pheromones and human-compatible oxygen traces. Inside, 3 crew slumped. Lyra's podmates. Cuts, burns, lungs straining from dust. "Clear," Mara shouted. She vaulted in first, kit open. Injected stabilizers. Wrapped burns. Her hands moved like extensions of the tools. Sylith's guards hauled the injured out. One coughed, scales dull. "Envoy, storm hit us." "Stable now," Mara said, emerging. "Need evac." Kiri scrambled down, dug into her pouch, pulled spare masks. Human filters, Vren-sized from the exchange crates. "Everyone same!" She thrust one at a human rescuer, then a Vren guard. "Breathe together," the human chuckled, slipping it on. Bossy kid. Guard hesitated, then complied. Filters hissed in sync. No sides. Shared air. Sylith watched Kiri dart between them, forcing unity. Child's instinct sharper than protocols. Trust bloomed there, in the masks. Then disaster. A loose beam shifted. Human rescuer, Jenkins by his patch, slipped reaching for a med pack. Metal clipped his leg. He yelped, tumbling back. Sylith lunged, scooped him up, his weight light against her frame. Vren's strength for hauling gear. Now for this. She cradled him to the path, ignoring his protests. Easy, debt paid. Mara glanced back, nodded once. Calm competence met Sylith's action. No words needed. They loaded the injured into the truck. Harlan waved them aboard. Fleet docks inbound. Good work. Kiri climbed Sylith's back again, hugging tight. Family bigger now. Sylith settled Jenkins beside Mara. Human legs swelled, but he'd walk. She met Mara's eyes. "You cut." "We carry." Balance. Mara sealed a bandage. Partners. Truck rumbled toward base. Vren crew stabilized. Human rescuer safe. But Syleth's comm buzzed. Orbital relay. Envoy. Fleet signals interference. More pods down? Sensors blipped anew. Harlan frowned at his screen. Mara checked her pack. Kiri drew another map. Sylith gripped the glowstick, its light steady. Humans brought tools. She chose sides. Storm brewed larger. Bonds held. Sylith's comb crackled again. Envoy Syleth confirm pod debris. 3 more signals lost in the grid. She slammed the truck door as it halted at the human base. Harlan Ose strode forward, tablet in hand. His eyes flicked to Kiri clinging to her leg. Envoy. Inside. Secure room. Your call on setup. Syleth scanned the concrete bunker entrance. Armed humans flanked it, but none drew weapons. She raised a dorsal fin. Signal for her crew to form a wedge behind her. Perimeter, 5 Ren paces from table. No scanners inside. Humans mirror. Harlan nodded. No argument. He waved 2 guards back. Done. This way. They entered a stark conference room. Steel table gleamed under harsh lights. Syleth positioned her team, 2 at flanks, medic central. Kiri scampered to a chair, drawing on its arm. Harlan sat opposite, Mara beside him with her pack open. Jenkins limped in last, leg braced, and slumped into a seat. He met Syleth's gaze. Thanks for the lift. Debt clear. Syleth sat, towering over the table. Her goal: assess human aid capacity amid crashing pods. Conflict brewed in Harlan's tight jaw. His screen showed red blips multiplying. More Vren down. Coordinates here. She slid her holopad across. Harlan tapped his tablet. Maps synced. We launch drones. Mara leads med teams. Your crew's guide. Syleth's fins twitched. Humans deferred to her input. No takeover. Agreed. But Kiri needs priority care. Human base. Human watch. Mara pulled a clear sheet from her pack. Icons dotted it. Mask for air. No touch for wounds. Shared food with crossed lines. Simple glyphs, half human sketch, half Vren script she'd copied from Kiri's drawings. Care rules. Both crews. See. Post now? Syleth leaned in. The sheet bridged their gaps. No words, just actions. Mara pinned it to the wall projector. Dual views flickered. English beside Vren phonemes. Her Vren medics nodded approval. Humans murmured assent. Outcome: Unity sealed on plastic. Kiri bounced up. Mara fixes best. Syleth, make her guardian. Syleth hesitated. Protocols screamed caution. First contact meant isolation, but Kiri's eyes locked on hers. Fins flat in plea. Mara had sliced the boy's throat free without flinching. Calm hands on chaos. Formal request: asylum status for Kiri. Mara Vance. Trusted guardian contact. Fleet binds it. Harlan's brow rose, but he keyed his tablet. Logged. Mara? Mara tied off a fresh bandage demo on her own arm. Honored. Kiri's safe with me. Kiri squealed. She yanked a woven bracelet from her pouch. Human twine from the wreck, knotted with Vren glow threads. For Syleth! Family tie. She clamped it on Syleth's wrist fin. Syleth stared. Child's gift bypassed envoys. Warmth pulsed from the threads. Kiri, now Mara. Kiri thrust a Vren cord at her, silvery weave from pod harness, etched with bond runes. Tie it, promise. Mara knelt. Her fingers worked the cord around Kiri's neck first, then looped it onto her own wrist. Precise knots. Medic steady. Promise kept. Syleth's chest tightened. Vren bonds took cycles. Humans forged them in hours. Kiri hugged Mara, then Syleth, fins entwined. Harlan cleared his throat. Drones airborne, pods at grid 7. Mara. Kit up. Mara shouldered her pack. Syleth, join? Syleth gripped her new bracelet. Lead, outside. Rotors thumped. Human choppers lifted, with Vren spotters aboard. Syleth rode shotgun beside Mara. Wind whipping through open doors. Kiri waved from the base ramp, Harlan at her side. Pods smoked below, twisted metal and mud. Mara rappelled first, scanner beeping. 3 Vren. Crush injuries. Syleth dropped beside her, hauling debris. Vren's strength cleared paths. Mara's tools cut free. A crewmate gasped as Mara injected calm gel. Breathe. Stabilized? No panic. Routine for her. One survivor clutched Syleth's arm. Envoy, humans. Safe. She transmitted live feeds to orbit. Pods totaled 7 now. Human drones mapped the rest. Back at base, night fell. Syleth's comm demanded the report. Harlan offered a quiet office. Your words. She activated the uplink. Voice steady. Fins aligned. First contact log. Species human. Physiology. Durable, tool proficient. Response to Vren distress. Immediate aid. No containment breach. Trust metric. High. Safe to approach. Pause. Fleet query pinged. Threat level. Syleth glanced at the care sheet, still glowing. Mara bandaged a Vrenfin nearby. Kiri chattering rules. Designation. Guardian species. Primary contact. Mara Vance. Transmit complete. Orbital relay hummed acknowledgement. Harlan entered. Fleet reply. Syleth's pad lit. Pods recovered. Humans credited. Approach vectors open. Kiri burst in, bracelet glinting. More family coming. Syleth scooped her up. Trust outpaced fear. But sensors blipped. New signatures, not Vren. Harlan's radio crackled. Unidentified inbound, multiple. Her fins flared. Bonds tested anew.